Hello my friends, how are you? This is Rachel from sweetbeepaperco. I am super excited for you to join me today. So we are doing week 7 today of my summer fun ephemera challenge. Make sure if you make something to tag me, send it to me, especially tag me on Instagram. You can use the hashtag summer fun ephemera. My Instagram link is down in the description box, and I am really excited about these because I have a pretty big washi collection. And so I'm excited to use a lot of those for this project and use up some of these junk mail envelopes that I get. And remember too, I'm trying to make these as big enough to fit in these 4x6 boxes, and y'all, my container is really starting to fill up. I'm so excited. So let me show you how to get from this to this and this. So you're going to need your junk mail envelopes. I'm using the business size. You're going to need some book pages. If they're vintage, it's fine. If they're not vintage, totally fine. Washi tape, some glue. And so part of this, I like using a glue stick, and then I also liked using some of the Barely Art Glue or Art Glitter Glue, which is what is actually in this container now. And it just kind of depended at what point what worked better, and I will kind of show you what I mean when we get started. So I've got a couple different styles of junk mail envelopes that have come in the mail or were returned envelopes. And so when you're using these, especially ones that haven't been sent through the mail yet and are open or still open like this, so you can either glue this down, the flap down, and then open it from here so you get a completely like this, so you get a completely straight side. Or if you don't want to do that, you can cut the flap off and then cut this down to equal this, or you can kind of reinforce with a book page. That way you're not losing that space there. So this one doesn't go down too far, but I will just trim that because this one isn't too far down, but this one goes a lot further down. I think I will probably just reinforce with a book page on that one. So this one, definitely with the flap the way it is, you're losing a lot of space there, but yeah, I think using a book page to show where that is will be okay. So what I'm going to do on this one is just trim the flap off. Okay, so here's our envelope. So we've got an open window here, and those are the ones that I really tried to save up, were the ones with the windows, so we can make 2 different pockets from this. So if you see here, I had an envelope. So with this envelope, here's my window side, and here's the other end, and these don't actually match, but you can kind of see where we're going to cut it, so we can get 2 different pockets. That way they fit into my container, because if I leave the business envelope all in one, they don't fit in here. And then I kind of just wanted them to be a little bit smaller, so I'm going to go ahead, just take some scissors and cut this. So a couple tips when you're cutting the envelopes: don't cut too close to the window. You want a little bit of space between the window, let's see, where's the top? This one I made into a side pocket. Or, no, I didn't. So you want a little bit of space from the window to the wall. No, I'm just kidding. To the top of the envelope. That way you can still put some washi here and something to reinforce the edge. If you do it too close to it, you're going to end up covering your window. So I'm just going to cut probably about here. So, and then I really can't give you a measurement for it because each envelope is just kind of different. But for reference, so this piece is 4 inches by almost 4. Okay, so we're making kind of 2 different styles of pockets, right? So this one that's just straight, we're actually going to fold it over. This one, we're just going to have this kind of be a flap like this. So the thing with washi is that most of it is translucent, right? So we have, on this one, we have these black lines and where to put the stamp. This one, we've got a lot of extra markings on here. And we really want to cover those up. If you don't, it's really going to come through and you'll be able to see it through your washi. Some washi is very opaque and you won't have that problem. But I found covering it up really helped. So if you've got some scrap paper around, I've got a couple pieces here. I'm just going to just cut a couple pieces to fit over this and stick it on with the glue stick. Just like that. I didn't have to do more than 1 layer of paper. It seemed like just this 1 layer on top is just fine. So let's work on this pocket first. This one is the one without the window. So figure out which side you want kind of facing up. And I'm going to just trim off the top edge just a little bit because there was a little lip going over. It's still not straight, is it? There we go. Okay. So there's the back of my envelope kind of curving down, and we'll fix that here in a second. Or we could use the back, but I want to show you with the front. So I'm just going to take this front piece and I'm just going to fold it in to the envelope and fold it down. Just like on this one, so you can choose how deep you want this flap to kind of be. So this is all open here. So we're just going to fold that down. And there is the start of our pocket, like this one. This one's just opposite of that one. So when you make these, so like this one, I can either do on the left side of a page or on the right side because I didn't really use directional washi. So whichever side you want. These are a little bit more directional, I think, because they're taller. Unless you have some really wide journaling pages. So you have to think about that too when you are making this size. But this will fit really well on the right side. Now, let's get to the fun part. So when you are picking washi for these, I would pick some with directions of things kind of going different ways, just so you can kind of have some variety. If you have some that are like this, it will work. It honestly kind of doesn't matter. I just picked washi that just wasn't, I didn't have to worry about the pattern too much, especially overlapping it. So I have washi going around the top and the sides here too to kind of reinforce the edge. So let's use this one on here. So this is kind of up to you how you would like to cover it, but washi is not a permanent tape, okay? It's meant to be, you know, it's meant to be removable, so it's obviously not that strong. So you need to reinforce with tape. I also, just in case anybody is wondering, I also used Mod Podge on the top of one of them, actually I think two of them, to see if it made kind of a difference with the washi sticking down. I really couldn't tell a difference, and I felt like it was an extra step that wasn't really needed if you were putting the glue down as you go, which I definitely recommend. That way it's sticking down and not coming up as you work. So how you start to cover this is completely up to you, but I really like the diagonal look on the side pockets. So what I'm going to do is take some glue stick, definitely have some scissors handy, and I'm just going to put some glue stick down for a couple inches, and I am going to come back and kind of reinforce this edge here. So I'm just going to go straight across and cut that one. So go ahead and just fold the edges under, even on the top. So see, I didn't have that completely lined up there too. So next, keep going. Since as long as you have some glue down, I'm going to pull this closer to me so I can see it and get it lined up. Okay, got it down, cutting off the tape. And this one, since I have over the side, I'm just going to trim this a little bit so I can fold it inside the pocket. Don't tape your pocket shut. I did that on one of them and had to go fix it. But just trim off whatever you can't fold. So I'm not totally concerned about the back being glued down for the flaps unless you absolutely need to, because this is going to be glued down on a page. So now I need to add a little bit more glue. And then now we'll be able to kind of flip over the back too. With the glue stick too, it kind of makes it easier to move the washi around. So at this point too, I would only trim them off if you have to. But yeah, look how pretty that's looking so far. So I'm just going to keep going. Oops, oh no. And then flip it to the back. I have like that tiny little corner there. Isn't that annoying? Let me see about this. When you are gluing, especially that tiny of a spot, definitely make sure you have good glue on that. These are really simple to do. They're just a little kind of time consuming putting all of the washi on. So I just trimmed a little bit of that off, and I'm just going to, ooh, I need to trim a little bit more off so it doesn't stick over. Get that. This washi tape definitely isn't super duper sticky. That's so pretty. Okay, so next I'm going to reinforce probably just that edge there. So this is where I would use the liquid glue, just because I want something that will kind of just get that fine part there. Okay, and then you can do this two ways. You can put some of that on your washi, or you can put it just a thin line across on the envelope and put your tape down, smoosh it down, and then what I found the easiest was do it that way and then put the glue on the washi and then flip it over so it kind of squishes. Okay, and then just trim off these edges. I didn't really cut those and fold those, I just trimmed them down. And then if you need to, I would go ahead and do the top and the side here. If not, then let's just keep on going. Okay, so now we want to do this book page right here, and we need to kind of create a faux back of the pocket. So let me show you what I mean by that. So you don't need to have a piece of paper that's completely the size of your pocket. I think it kind of looks nice that way. Oh, none of these are a good size. Hold on. So I've got that in there. I've got it lined up with the top and the side. So see here, it's not as big as the envelope. That is totally okay. We just made it into, or finished out the rest of the envelope to finish the pocket. And since it will be glued down on a page, you really won't notice. So what I'm going to do is take some liquid glue, kind of make sure this stays in place. I'm just going to open this up and just start putting, oh, I went too far, some liquid glue. No, we're good. Some liquid glue in there like that. And then just push it down. As soon as you get it in the place that you want it, open that back up and just go ahead and put, oops, the glue down. Okay, we have got that in there. And so you can leave it like this, but I loved the look of the washi going around the rest of the book page, and then it'll kind of, it just looks really nice, to be honest. So let's do that. This is a little bit tricky to do. I tried doing the back part first and then doing the front. It's really kind of a pain either way you do it, but I just put a little bead of glue down on the pocket and put the washi down. Oh no. Put the washi on and try to do it as straight as you can. I don't think any of mine were super straight, honestly. Same thing, put some glue down. Definitely need to glue these down. See, that one's crooked, but it doesn't look super crooked. Maybe it does. It's okay. And then let's do that on the top. I'm recording the week after July 4th, and apparently our neighbors still think it's July 4th. So So the cats are hiding again. I've about peed my pants a couple times. Tired of surprise neighbor fireworks. Okay, so same thing. I'm just going to fold this over the top. Trim that off. There we go, you guys. Isn't that pretty? That's the thing with these, is that they just kind of take time to make. Definitely. Okay, so there's our first one. That is without the window. Now let's do the window. Let's do the window. So I've got my book page. I've got this. What washi tape do we want to use? Let's do this fall one. Okay, so these are a little bit trickier, right? Because of the window. So what I found to work pretty well is to put some glue down, and I'm going to do the smaller parts first. So I'm going to go underneath the window first, and I would glue just a little bit over the window because of the way the window kind of curves. I had one where I did not do that, and you could still see the little white parts around the edges, so it was just a little silly looking. So okay, so now I'm gonna do up here across. Covering it just a little bit. Gonna go around the corner. I think I'll just trim this piece off. No, it's fine. Yeah. I don't want to go too far with these because of how light this washi is. It's definitely going to show up on the other side or through the next layer. Okay, next I'm just going to, I am going to use a little bit of the wet glue to fold that over just so it stays down. Okay, so we've got those smaller parts done. And I'm also kind of using the wet glue too because I'm putting glue on a smaller part and I don't want to make a mess. I can just control it a little bit better. Okay, next I'm going to put washi probably over here. We'll kind of see. Ah, that's so much washi. Why did I pull off that much? Okay, so like I said, and I will try to remember to zoom in for this. See those curves there? I want to make sure I'm kind of covering those. Oh, I tore off so much washi. And then open this up on your top and turn over. I'm trimming that off. I just put too much. Okay, definitely going to have to put a piece there. Just did not go far. So see that there? It really, with this one, you can really see underneath it. Okay. So now I'm going to just continue to go this way. So like I said, this pocket is just going to kind of open like this. It doesn't have that folded down, but we are still going to use the book page back there, unless you want to leave it to where you see the design of the business envelope on the inside. That's entirely up to you. I do like seeing the book page through there when I pull something out, and I have to put, actually I don't have to put anything back here to kind of fill out the page, but I do want to. Okay, so my video actually cut out right before I started working on the back of this, so I just wanted to show you that you can finish the backs just the same way as we did the other pockets. I put in a book page And as you can see, this is the envelope that was had the diagonal back part. I just used a book page to square it off and lined it with the washi tape like that. So there is our pocket, or not sure if you would consider these pockets or kind of like tuck spots, but yeah, so that's how this one turned out with the book page. And like I said, gluing in the book pages is totally optional. I just really like the look of them. Like when you pull something out of the pocket, gives you kind of something there to look at. Or you can just, you know, look at the back of the security envelope. So let me show you all of the rest of them, and then we'll put one in a journal page so I can show you what it looks like. So I showed you those two. This one is so pretty. So here's one with a big window on the front. Love that one. I really like the look of these with the folded down corners. They just look so cute. So this was one that has a window, and I also folded the side down too, just to kind of see what it would look like, and it's really cute. So that's definitely an option if you want. This one I just made into a kind of side pocket. I don't really think I have any journals where this would fit this way, but it's really cute. It's another one. So most of this washi is kind of not totally directional. This one kind of was, and it turned out okay. But I kind of like with the butterflies here, how it's just, I kind of turned the washi tape as I was going, so they weren't all facing the same way. So cute. Love this one. But like, as you can see too, some of the flowers just kind of started to line up. And I wasn't sure how I felt about it. I liked it on some of them, and some of them I didn't, you know. Love this one. Love the bright flowers. I think that's an empty washi. This was the first one I did. So you can kind of see where I didn't cover completely the white curves on the window. Love this one. They just turned out so pretty. I really, really like these. It's something fun to use some of your washi tape on, because I have a ton of washi. But let's put one in a journal. So I'm still kind of working on my seasons journal. I need to finish spring. I have a few more pages, and I wanted to journal on this part, but so in summer I forgot to put a pocket here at the bottom. I just chopped it off. So I wanted to do a page with a pocket on the inside. So this was the page I was working on earlier, and I want to put this pocket on here. So this will be on the left side. So I want to put the pocket over here. So here's your options. So you could have it with your opening this way. You can put it on the right side, have your opening that way. Ooh, I kind of like that too. Let's look at a window one so you can kind of see that. We could do this one sideways on the left because it's short enough on the bottom, or short enough across. Or on this side. Super cute. I do want to go ahead and do this side at the bottom because I kind of want to cover up that stamp I did. And I'm just going to use the art glitter glue to just put it down since it's right here. So I'm going to put a good bit of glue on the back because since it's a pocket. So cute. And then let's go ahead and glue this page into the journal. Oh, I glued it in the wrong page. Oh no. That's okay. It's a vine back here too. I wondered why it kind of looks a little different. Oh well. It's fine. There you go. That's what it looks like on a page. I love it. So pretty. So let me know if you make these. I would love to see them. You can use hashtag #SummerFun Ephemera. Tag me, sweetbeepaperco on Instagram. I will have my Instagram link down below, my TikTok linked. Check it out. Make sure you're following for all that good stuff. And I will see you next week. I'm not going to put up the list for the supplies next week in the video, but check the description because they'll be in the description. I need to test something first just to make sure, but check the description for what you'll need for next week, and I will see you then. Bye.